Hello. So, I was looking at the official figures of the numbers of people that turned up for each of the protests today, and I don't know. I'm getting different numbers now to what I posted before because I was getting told that it was in the tens of thousands, which I said in a previous video. But it actually turns out that that they were sort of right, but they were wrong for one group of protesters that turned up. The official police estimate, because the official police estimate state that approximately 60,000 people attended the United Kingdom march in central London today, meaning the turnout was in the tens of thousands rather than millions. That's why I put millions United Kingdom turned up for marches today. While the event's organizer, far-right activist Tommy Ten Names Robinson, claimed on social media that millions or 3 million people had joined the rally, independent monitors and authorities have firmly dismissed those figures. Yeah, naturally, there was never that many people turning up there, never. Um, Let me get this bit up. Verified attendance figures, police estimates. The Metropolitan Police and independent observers estimated the United Kingdom crowd at around 60,000 people. Historical comparison, this turnout marks a decrease from a similar rally held in September and drew between 110,000 and 150,000 attendees last year. That was the last one they had, which is significantly lower. In fact, around half lower. If it's going by the 150,000, that's definitely lower. Less than half lower. Rival protests, additional 100,000 people marched in a separate part of London for the combined Nakba Day and Stand Up to Racism counter-protest. That's the pro-Palestine marches they had today. And then other things is basically what I think I read before. Security, more than 4,000 police officers were deployed across the city. Live facial recognition. Robinson addressed the crowd. Oh, here we are. Political rhetoric. Robinson addressed the crowd in Parliament Square, labeling the demonstration a turning point and calling on supporters to prepare for the Battle of Britain ahead of 2029 general elections. They always got to go into that where it's like a war or something. Arrests and incidents. The event concluded without significant incident, resulting in 33. I heard it's actually gone up to 43 people now on both sides. I have no idea what they've been arrested for or what sides it has been. I know that on both sides people have been arrested. So let's look at the other one, the organisers of the pro-Palestine. I got told it was somewhere between 100,000 and 400,000, probably 250,000. So I asked that question in Google, and organisers of the pro-Palestine Nakba Day in rally claimed that at least 250 to 400,000 people attended, though official estimates on the exact turnout remain varied. The Palestine Solidarity Campaign and other activist groups reported massive figures ranging from 100,000 to 400,000 marchers flooding the capital to mark the anniversary of the Nakba and voice opposition to the far right. And turnout and event details. Varied numbers. Organisers stated turnout was at least 250,000, while independent monitors like Socialist Worker estimated around 100,000 participants. Primarily, Metropolitan Police forecast initially predicted a combined turnout of 80,000 across multiple events. The route protesters assembled on Exhibition Road in South Kensington before marching through central London. Let me get that bit now. The purpose, the demonstration marked Nakba Day, solidifying support for Palestinians and demanding a total halt on arms shipments to Israel. parallel demonstrations, rival rallies, the pro-Palestine group marched with a stand-up to racism, anti-fascism counter-protest. This combined movement directly opposed Tommy Robinson's right-wing Unite the Kingdom march. Police presence, there were around 34, just saying the same as the last time. When looking at aerial views, this was the aerial view of the pro-Palestine I was looking at, and I was just looking at aerial views at the numbers possibly, and it's a lot of people, a lot. On both sides it was a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that turned up today in London. And that, yeah, definitely. Let's have a look at the United Kingdom. This was the United Kingdom aerial shots, which you can see here. They were on another bridge coming through. They tried separating them as much as possible, but they did meet up at some point. But yeah, a lot of people turned up. A lot. Have a look at. Have a look at this. There was a little news thing as well that I'll play as well. Let's have a look. Yeah.
And we're going to begin in London, where two major demonstrations are underway in the British capital. A Unite the Kingdom protest is taking place, organized by far-right activist Tommy Robinson, and at the same time, a pro-Palestinian rally dubbed Nakba Day. CBC's Anna Cunningham joins us now from London. Anna, you've been following both of these rallies today. What are you seeing and hearing from where you are right now?
Well, Natasha, we are actually in Pall Mall in central London, and this is where the end of the pro-Palestinian march, the demonstration that has taken place here today, is ending. Everybody has been gathering and listening to speakers and music. I think Fernando is just showing you the shot close in there of a lot of Palestinian flags that you can see. We've seen a lot of placards being waved and music as well. And this is actually an annual rally to commemorate the Nakba. But the protest here has been joined as well by a lot of other groups, Natasha, who are opposing the far right. So we have seen groups such as Stop the War Coalition and Stand Up to Racism. Now, we spoke to people at the other rally earlier. They are heading towards the end of their march. I think we can show you some live shots of that in Westminster. It's actually not too far away from where we are at the moment. The police are they've put in cordons to try to keep the two sides apart. But the people we spoke to there were saying that they were on the march against immigration. Let's just take a listen to the people that we've spoken to here at the pro-Palestinian rally in terms of their motivations for being here today.
Without these migrants coming to these countries, without the immigrants coming to these countries, who's going to take them to work in the morning through the trains? Who's going to take them by the bus? Who's going to work for them? Who's going to help them medically? No one. We are the ones helping them.
I'm Palestinian, and it's very important for solidarity for Palestinians because they have been getting killed for over 70, 80 years, and it's time to stand up for us.
Natasha, it's really difficult to put numbers on the amount of people who've been attending both rallies, but I have to say it has been well attended on both sides. I think we will get an estimate of numbers from the organisers later, as well as the police. There is new guidance in place here, active today. The police are saying that they are urging people to consider whether protest placards or banners and even chants, if they could be viewed on social media, could account to offences of stirring up racial hatred or anti-Semitism. Natasha.
You know, beyond today, Anna, you've been covering how turbulent, right, this moment is in UK politics, both with the protests, but also economically and politically. Well, how are you seeing this all play out?
Do you know, Natasha, what's really interesting is it is an incredibly turbulent time in terms of British politics. You've got a British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, facing a real crisis in terms of his leadership at the moment. But from both rallies, we are hearing the same thing. Neither side say they are happy with the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Let's just take a quick listen to what he said about these demonstrations taking place today.
My government will not stand in the way of peaceful protest, but we will act decisively against hatred. We will use the full force of the law when that hatred manifests as violence. And we will ban those coming into the UK who seek to stir it up, as we have done already.
Natasha, there remains a huge police presence right across London, some 4,000 officers on duty. We are hearing from the police that so far throughout the day today there have been 11 arrests made. Natasha.
CBC's Anna Cunningham in London. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, so there you go. Just add it off of that. Yeah, so that's the numbers anyway. I guess we'll find out tomorrow anyway, official numbers. I mean, they can't have exact numbers, but they'll have about as accurate as they can get, and I reckon these are pretty accurate. For Tommy Robinson to say that there were millions to 3 million is an absolute exaggeration. For the 200,000 to 400,000, but I reckon that's a bit much as well. I reckon it was probably around close to 80 to 100,000. For the United Kingdom, I reckon it was probably around 60 odd thousand. Yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I shall do another video on it tomorrow if they talk about exact numbers and stuff. If not, just leave it there. Cool. Peace.